Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dallas Cowboys taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top? He's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Adams. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Two yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any steps.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on those plays.
Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
26.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He was tackled.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, the ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's see what you got. 50 seconds to mine. 50 seconds to mine. Go. 57 to Mike. Mike 57.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second and 12 now at the 44-yard line. Looking to throw. Watts. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
On 1st and 10, Watts eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. To throw again, Watts. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Pass forced to the ground and incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
for a Cowboys.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play for the Cowboys on 3rd. 49 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down now, Bradford, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter, so get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Peyton, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
Intended for number 84. Incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check 15. Check 15. 95%.
Throwing again. Peyton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. From the gun, Peyton, flush to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the first down sack. Barkley looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Underwood. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw on third down. Barkley under pressure, and down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room. Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Back to the air on second down. Peyton. Throw left side complete. That's Wagner. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
48-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick here is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0.
17. Cardinals nothing.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Taken in at the 3.
So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push. As we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3 from the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Peyton. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And that will be incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Operating from the gun, Barkley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Down, Bradford. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his this rough night continues. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Thirteen yards remaining on second down.
Now Barkley looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Barkley's
It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
From the gun on third down, Barkley. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
The Cowboys take over first and 10. At their own 34-yard line.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On first down, Peyton. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. Gamble. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
2nd and 11.
Looking to throw. Peyton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
By the Cardinals.
They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
The football going back over to Arizona now.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Barkley. He's got his man on the crossing route. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Score Cowboys 17, Cardinals 3.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First, and now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
32 on the carry.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down. Peyton throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Peyton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
It's 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, Peyton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Let's hope it's not anything that'll keep him out of the opener. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gamble. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Off play action. Peyton. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Operating from the gun. Peyton. And it's incomplete. Broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Defense. This is unbelievable.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Off the bootleg. Peyton. That's caught at the 2. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. Ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that was a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 30.
From the gun. Barkley, quick hitter here, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Number 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Barkley. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 1st down. Barkley. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Barkley. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6.
From the gun, Barkley. And he will find his man on the outside.
Barkley.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal at the Cowboys' 10-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Bradford. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
You can't do that.
So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
On second down, Hatcher. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll keep it on the ground. Hatcher. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it makes things a little more interesting now on fourth and goal.
Down and goal.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a fourth and goal here as they search for a late score. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
That's good.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. On first down, Gamble. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be second and 13.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
To throw on second down. Peyton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brings up third down and 13.
Operating from the gun. Peyton going right side here, and that's complete.
That's good.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Cowboys.
23 yards, the final tally. Over the middle, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
From the contact.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
3.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.